The content objective of this lesson is that the best mathematicians will be able to subtract mixed numbers with uncommon denominators. Here we have the problem 1 2/5 minus 6/8. When we add and subtract fractions, our first step is to find a common denominator. We can find our common denominator by using our toolbox here. 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 2 is 10, 5 times 3 is 15, 5 times 4 is 20, 5 times 5 is 25, 5 times 6 is 30, 5 times 7 is 35, and 5 times 8 is 40. Now we can go ahead and list out our multiplication facts for our other denominator here, which is 8. So 8 times 1 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, 8 times 3 is 24, 8 times 4 is 32, 8 times 5 is 40, 8 times 6 is 48, 8 times 7 is 56, and 8 times 8 is 64. Now I'm going to look at these products here, and I'm going to look at these products in this column and see what is the smallest number they have in common. Well, I see that both of them share the number 40. So I'm going to go ahead and circle 40, and I'm also going to make all of my denominators 40. Now that all my denominators are 40, I can go ahead and find the equivalent fraction for 1 2/5. Well, I know that 5 times 8 is 40, and if I multiply my denominator by 8, then I need to also multiply my numerator times 8. And I know that 8 times 2 is 16. My whole number is going to stay a 1. So we just figured out that 1 2/5 is equivalent to 1 16/40. We can check our work by using the models here. You can see that we have one whole box shaded, and then here we have 16 out of 40 total pieces shaded here in yellow. Now we are going to move on to the fraction 6/8. And we have to figure out what we multiply 8 by to get to 40. I know that 8 times 5 is 40, and if I multiply my denominator by 5, I also need to multiply my numerator by 5. And I know that 6 times 5 is equal to 30. So now I need to figure out 1 16/40 minus 30/40. Starting with our original mixed number here, our 1 16/40, we are going to take 30/40 away from that. So I am going to bring in these x's here to cross off the different pieces. Now that we have crossed off 30/40, we can go ahead and find our answer by counting up the rest of this yellow here. We have 8 going across here, and I know that 8 times 3 is 24, plus 1 is 25, plus another 1 is 26. So we figured out that our answer here is 26/40. I can divide both my numerator and my denominator by 2 here to simplify our answer, and I know that 26 divided by 2 is 13, and 40 divided by 2 is 20. So our final answer here is 13/20.